Hey Josh, just want to let you know that this video was made for you and involves a lot of the characters that I have on my show that are also on your show because I figured you'd either like that or, figured it would be fitting since you're the one, you and Sean are two of the people that inspired me to do the whole freaking wrestling thing to begin with. And I really do hope that this video making something that you enjoy. And if you want to, since Sean did a whole review and critique on that 7v7 video I did for the tribute for the Mag Nation, if you want to, do a review of the video, if you want to, you don't have to, but and if you want to, like how Sean did a review of that Mag Nation tribute video I did, feel free to rip in a new one if you want. Either way, I hope you enjoy this video, Josh, and happy birthday. On to the opening contest! Welcome to the birthday celebration special from my friend and inspiration to start this whole freaking company, Joshaggedon, who I hope enjoys this video when he watches this, when it premieres on the 21st or whatever day would be the best one for him to see it. And we're kicking off this show with a title match where Hulk has to defend his hardcore title, and I forgot to change his freaking entrance for his title, but whatever. I'm not re-recording this whole thing again. But freaking Hulk is defending his hardcore title against a mystery opponent, who is somebody who I think Josh will probably like. And also in the main event, Marilyn Manson will be defending the New Gen World Championship against somebody who also I think Josh will like. And the match after this is Joker taking on Jeff Hardy, and I'll explain why that's happening after this match. It'll be interesting to see if Hulk can defend his title against whoever his mystery opponent is. So I believe this is Hulk's first title defense since he won the hardcore title. I can't remember, I have to go back and check. But it'll be definitely interesting to see if Hulk can defend his hardcore title in this title match on this birthday celebration in the opening contest. Oh God, and I know this ain't Jesus, I know that for a fact. I know who this is. He's popped up in TAW for quite a while, and he was Jacob Cassidy's freaking mentor for the longest time. He challenged for the UCT Championship and or XAW Championship quite a few times. And he's been around on freaking UCT a while too, I believe, and or XAW. And he's the first ever AEW World Champion. Freaking Chris Jericho! Freaking Jericho is the one challenging Hulk for the hardcore title. Lord almighty, this is going to be interesting to see. Before the break, I debated on using either this Chris Jericho or the one from WrestleMania 18/19. And so I went with this, but I went with this one instead. If Chris Jericho wins the hardcore title, I'm going to be amazed. Because this is literally Jericho's first match in LWW. And like I said, he pops up a lot in TAW. Mostly in like XTW is it's called now, if I remember correctly. And UCT, I believe. Josh, feel free to correct me in the chat, freaking and or in the comments if I'm wrong. About Jericho showing up in UCT. And I don't remember the last time Jericho ever really had been a part of a hardcore related match, so it's going to be interesting to see if Jericho can beat the Hulk under hardcore rules. It'd be definitely interesting to see, that's for damn sure. And there's the challenger, who for whatever reason decided to show up and we can accept this match. Chris Mother effing Jericho, lead singer of Fozzy, was actually a pretty good band, in my opinion. And there's the current hardcore champion who's defending his title in this match, the Hulk. And I apologize for the glare, I swear I thought I wiped off the camera lens on this stupid camera before I started. At least it's not as bad as it was the one time when I recorded the 7v7 and Green Lantern was making his entrance. That freaking glare was bad. Just, either way. And there's the freaking hardcore title of LWW. And let's get this hardcore title opening contest underway for this birthday celebration. And immediately with a drop kick by Jericho. And Jericho whipping Hulk into an elbow to the face. And now Khan will tie between the two of them. Sean McCarty is going to be happy about that. Hopefully he's watching this in the chat. And even if he's not, it's whatever. Headbutt by Hulk to Jericho there, knocking him down. Armbar by Hulk on Jericho. And now Jericho whipping Hulk into the corner. Clothesline Hulk there by Jericho. And now Jericho with the Bulldog to the Hulk. And Hulk blocking the chop attempt. Shoulder tackle by the big green guy. And now Hulk whipping Jericho into the corner. And now Hulk whipping Jericho on the opposite side of the ring. Tried to go for a running splash in the corner, but he missed, I guess. And now Hulk would go behind on Jericho, lifts him up, and slams him down on his knee. And now Khan have a tie between the two of them again. Sean's going to be loving this, I swear. Armbar by Hulk on Jericho. Slams his hand against his knee. And if you're wondering why this Hulk looks so skinny, Josh, I was kind of going for like the old school, like late 80s, early like 90s show Hulk. And, you know, I'm not exactly the best at faking some of these characters. It's a pain in the rear end to try and get them to look exactly how they did in like video games and movies and stuff. I'll try and make this Hulk bigger, probably after I record this. I don't know, either way. Jericho with a suplex to Hulk. I was more or less trying to go for like how Hulk looks in the movies. Sort of. This is my best attempt at it. And now Hulk whipping Jericho in the corner. Kick to Jericho there. And now Hulk just slamming Jericho there down there. Sorry. And now Hulk with a headbutt to the back of the neck of Jericho. Colin elbow tie between the two of them again. And now Hulk with a go behind on Jericho. And now Hulk whipping Jericho in the corner again. And Jericho versus whatever Hulk tried to go for there, and a shot to the back of Hulk. And Hulk reverses whatever Jericho tried to go for there into a belly-to-back suplex. Remember when Jericho used to be skinny and he didn't look like he drank like a case of freaking bubbly back in the day? I still don't know what the hell that is called. Freaking Josh, feel free to tell me what it is in the chat, because if you're watching this. And Jericho just slapped to the back of the head of Hulk there and shows him off. Go behind by Jericho. And Jericho whipping Hulk into the corner there. Now turns him around. And now whips him in the opposite corner. Clothesline knocking Hulk down. And Hulk blocking the punch down. Just clotheslines him, knocking him on his ass. And now Hulk with a suplex to Jericho. Also, with 3 minutes into this match, and so far that nobody's grabbed a weapon. This has been a straight-up wrestling match. Headbutt to the head of Jericho there by Hulk. Go behind by Hulk on Jericho. Headbutt to the back of Jericho again. And I know I set this for Extreme Rules match, so I'm surprised neither one of these guys tried to go for a weapon. Tilt-the-world slam there. And now Hulk with a head block on Jericho. And Jericho reverses into a drop toe hold. Now Jericho with another headlock on Hulk, and just raked to the eyes of Hulk there by Jericho. Suplex by Jericho to Hulk. And now Jericho tried to go for something there, but Hulk reversed into an armbar. And Hulk whipping Jericho into the corner. And now Jericho with a pair of elbows to the face of Hulk. Colin elbow tie up again between these two. And Hulk with a headlock on Jericho. And now Hulk with a body slam to Jericho. Go behind by Hulk on Jericho. And now he lifts him up and just slams him down on his knee by his knee. Now Hulk just put in the stomps to Jericho there. And another headlock again. And a backbreaker by Hulk to Jericho. Now Hulk is raining down freaking fists to the face of Jericho, and I'm amazed he's not caving his skull in with those fists. Now Hulk with a headlock on Jericho again. Another headbutt to the face of Jericho. And now Hulk is beating the shit out of Jericho some more. And Hulk picking up Jericho again. And just hoists him up into a military press slam. And just drops him on his chest. And now Hulk rolling him over. And now Hulk with a running splash there to Jericho. Now Hulk going for a cover. Only a one count as Jericho kicked out. And now Hulk going for the Hulk smash to Jericho. Going for cover is Hulk. 1, 2, and Jericho kicks out. Jericho blocking that punch there and chops Hulk in the chest, knocking him down. Another chop to Hulk, who just dumps Jericho almost outside of the ring. And Jericho nearly dodges that kick there. Now they're both on the outside. Drop kick to Hulk there by Jericho. And that Finn's holding a replica belt at the world title. And Jericho slipping out of where the Hulk tried to go over there. And now a stomp to the arm by Hulk by Jericho. And Jericho running into Hulk. And now they're starting to go for the plunder. 6 minutes into this match, by the way. And Hulk has a ladder. That's just great. And Jericho was stuck on the steel steps there for a second. And now Jericho is being smart, going for a weapon. He's grabbing a steel chair. Now we're going for the tools. And now Jericho is just running around the ring with the steel chair, sets it in the corner. The Hulk is going for another weapon, and it looks like he's going for a kendo stick. Or at least he was. Till Jericho stopped him there. And now Jericho with a neck breaker to Hulk on the outside. Now Jericho with a chop and a punch to Hulk there and whips him back in the ring. And Jericho just a shot to the head of Hulk there and a boot to the face of Hulk there. And now Jericho is going for a table and Hulk's grabbing the ladder that he brought in the ring. What is this, TLC? Remember when that was a pay-per-view back in the day? I remember. And Hulk just tried to crack Jericho in the face with the ladder. And Jericho is cracking Hulk with the ladder. And now Jericho is nailing Hulk with the ladder there. And Hulk now taking the ladder from Jericho, cracking him in the face with the ladder, and nailing him in the midsection with the ladder as well. And just hucking that thing down. And now Hulk whipping Jericho right into that steel chair that he set in the corner. Great idea, dumbass, for freaking setting that in the corner. And now Hulk just punches Jericho's head there. And now Hulk going for a powerbomb, it looks like. And he nails it to Jericho. And now Hulk's going to the outside of the ring. Going for another weapon, it looks like. Even though there's a fan literally holding a crutch right there. And he has a trash can. And now Hulk punches Jericho, but Jericho blocked that one. And Jericho whipping Hulk back in the ring. Another shot to the head of Hulk there. Another boot to the face of Hulk. What the fuck was that? And now Jericho has a trash can. And now Jericho's back in the ring. And now Jericho has the ladder. And Hulk has the trash can. And he nails the Hulk with the ladder from behind. And there goes the trash can, by the way. Kicked midsection of Hulk there. And now Jericho going for the walls of Jericho. If he rolls him over, now he has it cinched in. There's no way Hulk's going to tap out of this. And Hulk manages to get to the ropes, I guess. And Jericho with a code breaker to Hulk. And now Jericho go for cover. 1. Only a 1 count. And even after busting Hulk open. And now Hulk with an armbar on Jericho just tosses him freaking in the air across the ring. And now Hulk has the ladder. Nails Jericho with the ladder there. And again, just knocking out Jericho there. And Jericho dodges that ladder shot. And Hulk just crack him in the face with the ladder anyway. Hulk is just beating the shit out of Jericho with the ladder. Now, kick to the leg of Jericho there by Hulk. Just a straight punch to the dome of Jericho there by Hulk. And now go behind by Hulk on Jericho and just slap to the back of the head. And Jericho blocking that punch into a headlock. And Hulk gets out of it and just slams him face first into the ring. And now Hulk going back to the outside of the ring and grabbing the steel steps. Thanks a lot, Hulk. And just sets him down for literally no reason. Now Jericho tried to grab the steel steps, but Hulk was like, nah, bitch. Kicked the midsection of Jericho by Hulk. And Jericho blocks that kick into a dragon screw. Opening match of the show, by the way. And Jericho going for well, I thought he was going for a pile driver or a power bomb on the floor, but Hulk wrestled into a DDT. Also, that fan has a guitar. What is he, Jeff Jarrett? And now Jericho whipping Hulk back in the ring. That table is still just sitting there, by the way. And now Jericho just running in a circle for some reason. Now Jericho sending Hulk against the barricade. And now Jericho is just beating the hell out of Hulk by punching him against, he's against the barricade there. And now Jericho, and now Hulk has the guitar, and now Jericho has the guitar from the fan, and he just cracked Hulk over the head with the guitar. First time somebody actually bothered to grab a weapon from the fan in this company, by the way. No, enziguri by Jericho to Hulk. They really are going all out with this hardcore title match. Only for you, Josh. Wanted to put on one hell of a show for you, buddy. Forearm to the face of Hulk there by Jericho. And a kick to the back of Hulk there by Jericho as well. And now Jericho tried to go for a suplex to Hulk. And Hulk just suplexes Jericho on the floor. And now Hulk going for a Hulk smash again on the floor, but Jericho picks him up and just nails him with a backbreaker, which you couldn't see because of the camera view. Another kick to the back of Hulk there by Jericho. And now Hulk just lifts up Jericho into a power slam, or whatever the hell that's called. And now Hulk picking up Jericho and just tossing him across the freaking under the floor there. And now Hulk picking up Jericho again. And just whips him back in the ring. And now Hulk's back in the ring, and now Jericho's back up. And now Hulk going for a Hulk smash again. But Jericho the DDT'd Hulk into the ladder. He just barely caught the bottom part of the ladder there. And Jericho nailing Hulk with the ladder. And Jericho just hucks the ladder under the ground, and Hulk with a headlock tried to go and just tosses Jericho across the ring there again. And Hulk just nailing Jericho again with the ladder, and right to the face of Jericho with the ladder by Hulk. Hulk is just taking liberties with that ladder to Jericho. And now Hulk whipping Jericho into a body slam there. Actually, no, that was a power slam. Go for cover. One. Only a 1 count. What the hell? These two have just been beating the hell out of each other for 13 minutes. STO there by Hulk, and Jericho still is just kicking out at 1. Granted, Hulk hasn't hit this Hulk smash again, but you know. And now, I don't know what the purpose of that was, but Hulk freaking is just confused, I guess. And now Jericho is back up, while Hulk is trying to make up his mind on what he wants to do. And now Jericho with an armbar finally cutting Hulk off from doing whatever it is he was doing there into an armbar. And now Jericho setting up potentially for another code breaker. And Hulk with a roll up. 1, 2, and Hulk retains the hardcore title with a roll up. When Jericho tried to go for a forearm, but Hulk caught him and got him with the roll up. What the hell? I was not expecting that. I can't remember the last time somebody won with a roll-up, but Hulk, freaking after 13 minutes of just straight up just brawling and freaking weapons and hardcore shit happening, Hulk manages to retain the hardcore title against Chris Jericho. Even though I'm sure Jericho is going to be pissing and moaning on how he lost. But I don't know. It depends on if he decides to stick around. But Hulk is still the hardcore champion of Lone Wolf Wrestling, surprisingly. After that insane brawl that's happened throughout this entire match. The next match on this birthday special is freaking Jeff Hardy taking on the Joker. Which I will explain why that's happening here shortly. And like I said, congrats to Hulk on somehow retaining this title. Even it was kind of controversial with that roll-up. But win's a win, I guess. Oh, this was an impromptu match I wasn't aware of that was happening beforehand. Apparently from what I'm being told through my headset, we're doing a battle royal. 6 of the Dragon Ball Z characters that are on the roster in Lone Wolf Wrestling are going to be facing each other in a battle royal, I guess. Because I know how you like Dragon Ball Z a lot, Josh. And you have quite a few Dragon Ball Z characters on your show as well. So I guess LWW management was like, since he likes Dragon Ball Z, we're going to have a bunch of the freaking Dragon Ball Z characters face each other in a match. And the first one to come out is Majin Mother Effin' Boo, who hasn't had exactly the best track record lately. He lost to Marcus Creed on an episode of Underground. And before that, I believe he lost to Jack 6 when he tried to challenge him for the King of Wolves title at one point. Boo's a former internet champion, former intergalactic champion on this show. And he's also a former tag team champion with Bojack. Boo's held some titles on this company, that's true. And he's held titles in just about everywhere else he's been. And now Boo wants to try and pick up a win in this battle royal on this birthday celebration to try to get himself back on track, get him some momentum. I know this much, considering the fact who the new world champion is. I'm sure he's probably still freaking happy as heck, because the dude who's the world champion right now is representing his supremacy. And even though in TAW, him and that same dude who's the world champion right now in this company aren't exactly getting along, but you know, alternate universe. And I don't know about you when you see this, Josh, but freaking I still personally think Boo's best entrance that he had in Magnation was when he used this entrance, the Triple H one. But that's just me. I know he has like a different entrance on your show, but that's just my opinion. Oh god, I think I know who this is. It's freaking Frieza in his base form. Is that fourth wall break? I had no idea how you made him in his golden form or his black form. I know in Frieza, in TAW, Frieza's screwed over Deku at least twice now. And he's been on a warpath ever since he came back in his black form. I'm trying to get the TAW championship from Elder God Liu Kang, which, by the way, fuck that guy. This Frieza, like I said, since my show takes place in an alternate universe, different from TAW, this is Frieza in his normal form. That was at one point his peak form until he discovered the golden form, and you know, before he found the black form, obviously. And Frieza's a former Intercontinental Champion on this show. He defeated Magneto like over a year ago, I believe. And yes, I have Magneto on this show. I just haven't had a reason to use him in forever. That Magneto's just been busy, so we haven't been able to get in touch with him. But now we know one of the opponents Boo's going to be facing in this battle royal. You know, I have a pretty good idea who else is going to be in it. And here comes Android 13, not in a super form. It's in the form that he had in the Magnation back in the day towards the end when he challenged Thanos for the Magnation Championship. And then became his lackey after he lost. Why they had him do that, I don't know. I believe Android 13 did end up winning the Magnation Championship at one point, but I can't remember. After Thanos lost to Jin Kazama, obviously, but you know. And I think him and Jack 6 had a match for the hardcore title once. I have to go back and check the wiki. But Android 13 busted open the scene in a dominant fashion when he showed up as Android 17's new tag team partner to replace Android 16. And I haven't really seen much of 13 since. Last time he had a match. But now he's here and hoping to impress in this battle royal. And like I mentioned, I know you have the super form of Android 13. Like I said, I try to be different from you and Sean, so I figured I'd just use him in his base form, since I don't remember if you ever used him in his non-super form before. And here comes a former TAW World Heavyweight Champion. And former Magnation Galactic Champion. And also Magnation Champion, I think, towards the end. And he was one of the best hardcore champions ever, too. And he was the one that introduced the intergalactic title in this company, which was basically a fusion of the original Magnation Championship, but we use in WWE 12 and the Galactic title. Freaking Vegeta. I haven't seen this form of Vegeta on this show in quite some time. And now he's hoping to show up in this battle royal and impress at the same time. Lord knows if whoever wins this battle royal is definitely going to be on a good track to getting a title opportunity in the future, maybe. But it depends if they can carry on this momentum. If they can somehow manage to freaking win this match against 5 other Dragon Ball Z characters. Which is, I can only imagine who the other 2 are going to be, since I believe that's like 4 now. And here comes Goku. Former Solar Flare champion in the Magnation back in the day. Former Tag Team champion with Yusuke. Leader of Team Magnation during that 7v7 match. And I know in Goku Black, aka Fused Zamasu, and not Fused Zamasu, sorry. It's pretty much before he was fused. I should say he's in TAW, I know that much. And this is just Goku in his base Super Saiyan form. Before he discovered Super Saiyan Blue. And the God form that he has. And don't even get me started on that Ultra Instinct thing. That fight with Jiren, though, was awesome. And if I remember correctly, Goku is a former US champion in this company, too. He lost it to Damien. Oh, God, I know who this is as well. Speaking the current LWW Junior Heavyweight Champion, Trunks! Or TR Unks, as he was called back in the day. As a joke, obviously, by the Magnesium commentary team. Trunks won this title by defeating Prince of Persia, at least my show's version, at New Beginnings 3. And now Trunks is participating in this battle royal against 5 other of his fellow Dragon Ball Z characters. I don't know, since he's holding a title right now, Trunks does not want to disappoint. Lord knows he's probably just waiting to find out who his first opponent is for that title. And I do not blame him. And let's get this battle royal underway, and Trunks immediately tried to go after Frieza, if you just noticed. And Russian links it by Boo to Goku there, and Frieza's paired off with 13. Vegeta's going after his own kid. Arm dragged by Frieza to 13. Boo whooping Goku in the corner. And Trunks getting whooped in the corner by Vegeta, I think. And Boo's already trying to eliminate Goku. And Vegeta whipping 13 to the outside. Drop kick to the back of Frieza by Boo. And now Trunks and Goku are going at it. Drop kick by Vegeta to 13. Frieza's on the apron thanks to Boo. And now Vegeta's trying to eliminate 13 while Boo's trying to eliminate Frieza. And now Vegeta and Goku are trying to eliminate 13. And Frieza with a shoulder tackle to Boo there. And 13 barely hangs on there. And now Trunks is just beating up 13. And Vegeta's going at it with Goku again. And Frieza, you can't call timeouts, bro. And now him and Boo are going at it again. Suplex or whatever the hell that was by Vegeta. I wasn't paying attention. And Boo just a punch to the face of Frieza. And 13's been eliminated by Trunks. Android 13's the first one to go. And Vegeta just with a punch to the face of Goku while Trunks is taunting. And Boo's trying to eliminate Frieza again. Now Goku's on the apron thanks to Vegeta. And now Frieza's trying to eliminate Trunks. And now Vegeta's getting almost whooped to the outside by Boo. And Goku and Boo are going after Vegeta. Well, Frieza just got an elbow to the face by Trunks there. And now Goku's going at it with Frieza. And now Trunks trying to eliminate him. And Trunks almost eliminates Frieza. Russian leg sweep, whatever the hell that was by Goku there. Vegeta with a chop to the chest of Boo there. And now Vegeta tossing Goku to the outside onto the apron, while Trunks and Frieza are still going at it. And now Trunks whipping Frieza to the outside, and just turning his back to him, like, really, you could have eliminated him. Instead, Trunks knocking Goku in the corner, just clotheslines him out of the ring, and Goku's been eliminated by Trunks. And now Trunks whipping Boo to the outside. And now Frieza's trying to eliminate Vegeta while Trunks is trying to eliminate Boo. And Boo's been eliminated by Trunks. And now Vegeta and Trunks, the father and son, are trying to go at it with Frieza. And Frieza whipping Vegeta to the outside. And Trunks saving his dad there from Frieza. And now Vegeta with an armbar, Frieza with an armbar and Trunks. And Vegeta's helping Frieza. Kick to the midsection by both of them. DDT to Trunks there by Vegeta and Frieza. And Vegeta's a kick to the back of his own kid. Now Frieza picking up Trunks. And now Trunks with a headlock on Frieza. And now Vegeta's helping Trunks. DDT to Frieza there by both of them. And now a kick to the back of Frieza there by Vegeta to Trunks. And now Vegeta's trying to eliminate Trunks. And Frieza's trying to join in and help him. And now they're trying to eliminate Trunks together. Trunks is hanging on here. And Trunks is dumped out by his own dad and Frieza. And Vegeta, you can't call timeouts, dude. I don't know what the hell Frieza tried to go for there, but Vegeta blocked it. And now Vegeta just punches the Frieza there. Now Vegeta's trying to eliminate Frieza again. So we're down to these two in this battle royal. Vegeta's trying to eliminate Frieza and almost eliminates him, but Frieza hangs on there. Now Frieza just punches the Vegeta there, and that one dazes him, shoves him into the ropes. And now Frieza's trying to eliminate Vegeta again. The fact that it's down to these two just amazes me somewhat. Frieza's still trying to eliminate Vegeta, and he's hanging on. Almost eliminates him there, but Vegeta manages to hold on. Vegeta just punches and a drop kick there to freaking Frieza. And Vegeta with a DDT to Frieza there. And Vegeta with a chop to Frieza, knocking him in the corner. Whoops him to the outside. And Frieza's right back in the ring immediately. Carnival tie between the two. Sean's going to be happy about that. Into an armbar. And now Vegeta whipping Frieza to the outside. And Vegeta just stands there and lets Frieza get right back in the ring again. Now another carnival tap between the two. And another one. And another carnival tap between the two. These two are just having a test of strength between the two of them. And now Frieza whipping Vegeta to the outside. And now Frieza eliminates Vegeta! And that's why Frieza is the longest reigning TAW World Champion right there. Even in his base form, Frieza's a tough son of a bitch. And Frieza wins this Dragon Ball Z Open Invitational Battle Royal for his birthday special. And this was his first match back in this company, by the way, Josh. Obviously, Vegeta is pissed that once again he lost yet another match, and especially since he lost to Frieza, of all people. But the next match for reals is the Joker taking on Jeff Hardy. And Jeff Hardy trying to look forward to getting payback against the Joker for sicking Sweet Tooth on him a while back, which I will explain here shortly. Congrats on the win, Frieza. I'm glad to have you back. And this next match is the match between the Joker and Jeff Hardy. The reason why this match was happening was it was supposed to happen a while back after Jeff Hardy got attacked by Sweet Tooth when the same night as they both came back to this company, since it had been some time since they showed up. But for some reason, Joker just had some kind of beef with Jeff Hardy for reasons, I guess. And Joker is the co-leader of Shadow along with M. Bison in this company, which is the group that formed out of after Viva La Pollution lost to the Unwashed at LWW Final Hunt 2 in that 7v7 match that I recorded a while back. And now, these two are finally having a long-awaited match between the two of them on this birthday special, since I know you like Jeff Hardy, and I know you especially like the Joker, Josh. And this version of the Joker that I use is based more off his counterpart from the Batman movie, where he's played by Heath Ledger, in case if you were ever wondering. Or at least my best attempt at recreating it, because there was no way in hell I'm trying to attempt to recreate that one from freaking the recent movie that came out. Not the one that sucked, the one before that. The one where he was played by Joaquin Phoenix, or however you pronounce his name. And here comes the charismatic enigma Jeff Hardy. He's looking to get some payback against Joker for sicking Sweet Tooth on him, even though Jeff Hardy defeated Sweet Tooth in the match that they had. But you know Jeff Hardy wants payback against the Joker. Especially since it would send a message straight to Shadow not to fuck with him anymore. And that would really piss off M. Bison if Jeff beat the Joker. Because Joker, like I said, is one of the leaders of Shadow, and That would make him look bad if he lost to Jeff Hardy. Personally, I think that would be hilarious. But that's just me. And let's get this one-on-one match between Joker and Jeff Hardy underway. And Jeff Hardy with a back fist to Joker. And Jeff Hardy picking up Joker there. Go behind by Jeff Hardy and Joker. Into an electric chair. Into the drop. Electric chair drop. Joker by Jeff Hardy. And I'm pretty sure I mentioned this before during the entrances. The reason why this is happening is because Joker and M. Bison formed a group called Shadaloo after Viva La Pollution fell apart, thanks to the Unwashed beating them in that 7v7 in Final Hunt 2. And Joker somehow managed to recruit freaking Sweet Tooth into the group, who had disappeared for the longest period of time, mostly because of Twisted Metal, the series on Amazon. And Sweet Tooth attacked Jeff Hardy the same day that Jeff Hardy was supposed to come back. German suplex, by the way, to Jeff Hardy by Joker. And then Jeff Hardy defeated Sweet Tooth in a match a while back. I think it was, I believe, on Underground or something. And Jeff Hardy, when he was told about this birthday special happening, he was like, I want my match with Joker, and that's why this is happening. Also another German suplex by Joker to Jeff Hardy. By Joker to Jeff Hardy. Body slam there by Joker to Jeff Hardy. And Joker with a knee drop to Jeff Hardy there. And Joker slamming his head against the ring. And now Joker is knocking Jeff Hardy there against ropes, and Jeff Hardy blocked the punch and nailed him with a neck breaker. And another German suplex to Jeff Hardy by the Joker. What is he, Jack 6? And now Joker tried to go for something there, but Jeff Hardy blocks it, and he kicked his midsection of Joker there. And now Jeff Hardy has him up, like a reverse attitude adjustment there, whatever the hell that's called. And kicked the midsection of Jeff Hardy, and a drop kick by Joker to Jeff Hardy. And Josh, when you see this is my take on making like the Heath Ledger version of Joker from the second Batman movie. Because there was no way in hell I was going to try and make that version of the Joker that you had before the longest period of time in TAW, the one from the recent movies. Before I switched back to the one that's more like the one in the cartoons. And Joker with the ace in the hole of Jeff Hardy. Going for coverage, Joker. One. Only a one count. And Jeff Hardy blocked the punch there. Into a headlock. Shin breaker by Jeff Hardy the Joker. And an elbow drop to the chest of Joker there by Jeff Hardy. And a front flip kick, which he missed. Drop kick by Jeff Hardy the Joker. And Jeff Hardy with a kick to the leg of Joker there. Now Jeff Hardy with this weird wheelbarrow powerbomb, whatever the hell that's called. Josh, leave it in the comments what Jeff Hardy always called that. Going for coverage, Jeff Hardy. One. Only one count. And now Jeff Hardy with the twist of fate to the Joker. And now Jeff Hardy dragging Joker away from the ropes. Going for coverage, Jeff Hardy. One. Two. And Joker kicks out at two. And kicked the midsection Joker and punches and a drop kick by Jeff Hardy to the Joker. And now Jeff Hardy's hyping himself up, but Joker eventually with a knee to the midsection of Jeff Hardy. And now Joker with a Northern Light suplex into the bridge. One. Only a one count. Jeff Hardy kicked out. Now Joker going for the Joker driver. And he nails it to Jeff Hardy. One. Two. And Jeff Hardy versus and it gets a rope break, of course. Neck breaker again by Jeff Hardy, the Joker. Oh god, Jeff Hardy's going for a springboard, which he missed. Good job. No Joker's back up, that's just fantastic. And now Joker's dragging Jeff Hardy away from the ropes. And now Joker rolling Jeff Hardy go for cover. One, only one count. I would have laughed if Joker won after that botch. And another neck breaker. And Joker with a rake to the eyes of Jeff Hardy whiffs the kick. Whatever the hell that was, knocks him down there. Clothesline knocks him down again. And Joker's slamming down Jeff Hardy. Now going for coverage, Joker again. One, two, and the Joker gets the win just with that weird slam there to Jeff Hardy. Well, even though not a huge fan of the Joker in any company that he's wrestling in. I'm sure you're going to be happy as heck about the fact that he won, because I know how much you like clowns, Josh. And the next match is Damian Thorne and Edward Carpathy, Nikolai Carpathy. I don't know why I keep calling him Edward. It's not Edward Cullen from freaking Twilight. Either way, Nikolai Carpathy and Damian Thorne from the Nobodies is taking on. Well, you'll find out here shortly who they're taking on here, and that'll be very shortly. Since, like I said, that's the next match. And I am not exactly happy about the fact that this jackass freaking beat Jeff Hardy. But either way. It's been a while since Joker actually have had a win, so it's actually kind of nice for him at least. But still, fuck you, Joker. And this is the tag team match where the Nobodies members, Damian Thorne and Nikolai Carpathy, are being challenging a tag team who I have not seen together in quite some time, from what I'm being told. And like I said, since they didn't want to miss this birthday special, since it's a yearly thing, how all three of the Nobodies usually compete either against each other or against a different opponent every year. And this year, these two as a tag team are facing probably one of my favorite tag teams of all time. And like I said, it's been a minute since they've been since the team they're facing has faced each other, so this is going to be an interesting tag team match. Hopefully it won't be as much of a squash like it was last time these two had a match against the WWE team. And no, this ain't Sephiroth, I can tell you that much, and it ain't Jason Voorhees, that's for sure. It's freaking Undertaker and Kane who are going to be facing the Nobodies in this match. I don't know how the hell the freaking management in this company managed to get a hold of Undertaker again after he lost the Sting last time he was here. Or the fact that they were able to pull Glenn Jacobs away from his mayoral duties, come wrestle in a wrestling ring again. And when I said duties, it sounded like I went Boston there. That's freaking, it was weird. I kind of feel bad for the Nobodies because last time they had to face a WWE team, they got squashed by the Shield. And now they're facing the Brothers of Destruction. So this is going to be definitely interesting, that's for sure. And Carpathy and Thorne, good luck. That's all I have to say. Because The Undertaker and Kane are not people to be fucked with, that's for sure. Even if they are old as shit now. I think they were in like their 30s, or they were like in their 50s or 40s. When it comes to the versions of them that is in this game. I think. I might be wrong, probably. I don't know. Undertaker, I do not have time for your entire entrance right now. Sorry. And here comes Undertaker's brother Kane. Personally, I didn't like this version of Kane. I didn't like how he looked, even though he was kind of have a lot more creepier. But it's like, what was the point of bringing him back under the mask if you're just going to keep him in the mid-card? But that's just my opinion. And don't get me started on that whole thing that he did with John Cena when he came back with this version. Or that weird shit he did with freaking Daniel Bryan. That was they did some of the weirdest shit with Kane back in the day. And then there was that whole thing where he was corporate Kane. That was also weird. But I feel like when Kane went corporate, it was like he was supposed to be like freaking the Monday big boss man, I guess, of the group. But I don't know. Either way, like I said, it's going to be interesting to see how the Brothers of Destruction do in a match together against the Nobodies. And like I said, I wish the Nobodies luck. That's for sure. I like how Thorne is just freaking dancing around in the ring, just not scared at all. And let's get this tag team match underway. Undertaker and Carpathy are starting off. And Undertaker and Carpathy are just trading shots. And now Carpathy would go behind on the Undertaker. And a shot to the back of Carpathy by Undertaker there. And Undertaker whipping Carpathy into the corner. First neck breaker, whatever the hell that was. Now Carpathian just fighting back a pair of punches, but Undertaker blocks it into a headlock. And a neck breaker by Undertaker. Carpathian with an armbar on the dead man. I don't know what the hell that was, but that was weird. Now another armbar by Carpathian, just a straight punch to the dome of the Undertaker. And Kane was trying to get involved there, but he couldn't reach. And now Carpathian just slamming down Undertaker. Now Carpathian missing with the knee drop there. And a neck breaker to Undertaker there by Carpathian. And I'm just trying to choke out the dead man. Good luck with that, dude. You're just going to piss him off even more. And now Carpathian with a diamond cutter. What the frick? And now Undertaker is back up and he's pissed. And Carpathian was just a drop kick to the legs of Undertaker. And I'm just trying to choke him out some more. He just keeps trying to choke out Undertaker. Just weird what Carpathian is doing right now. And now Carpathian would kick the midsection of Undertaker. And now whoops him in the corner. Now tags in Thorne. And just slamming Undertaker's head against Thorne's boot. Or shoe. One or two. Gun for cover is Thorne. 1, 2, and Undertaker kicks out. And now Undertaker with a neck breaker to Damien Thorne while Carpathian nailing a headbutt to Kane there. And now a leg drop by Undertaker to Thorne. A shot to the back of Thorne by Undertaker. Whips Thorne into the corner. And tags in Kane finally. And now off the ropes is Thorne. A flapjack by Kane and Undertaker to Thorne there. Now Kane takes out Carpathian, taking him off the apron. Kane is focused on Carpathian for some reason. Undertaker's holding on to Thorne. And Kane just a slap to the face of Thorne there. Now Kane with a headlock on Damien Thorne. Whoops him in the corner. And tags Undertaker back in. And after whoops, drop toe hold and elbow to the back of Thorne there by Undertaker. Shout out to the Mag Nation. Carpathian dodging that boot from the Undertaker there. Trying to kick him off the apron. And Thorne with a shot to the back of Undertaker and another one. Now Thorne slamming down Undertaker right there. And now elbow to the back of the head of the Undertaker by Thorne. Whatever the hell that was. Now Thorne picking up Undertaker with a freaking backbreaker to the Undertaker there by Thorne. Shout out to Roderick Strong there. Gun for cover is Damien Thorne. 1, 2, and Kane breaks up the pin attempt. Now Thorne going to the outside. Now Thorne tearing apart my announce table. Thanks a lot, jackass. And now Kane cutting off Thorne. Whips him back in the ring. And Undertaker's going to the outside for reasons, I guess. Now Thorne's on the outside. And Kane helping out his brother there. And sends Thorne back into the ring. And now Undertaker's back in the ring. And Thorne goes back to the outside. And Kane just sends him right back in the ring to his brother. And Undertaker with a jumping close on the Thorne there. And now Thorne almost runs into the ref there. Tags the Carpathian. Well, Undertaker tags in Kane. And go behind by Kane on Carpathian. And Carpathian getting whipped in the corner by Kane. And Kane setting him in his tree of woe there. And just grinding his boot against his throat. And Kane now just punching the back of Carpathian there and slamming him face first into the ring. And Carpathian with a front headlock driver there to Kane. Gun for covers Carpathian. 1, only 1 count. Calling up a tie between the two. Sean's gonna be happy about that. What the fuck was Thorne just doing? Thorne just comes flying in from off screen, assumingly from the top turnbuckle, and just eats shit on the way down. And Kane with a drop kick to Carpathian. What the frick? Freaking. And Kane go for cover now off the drop kick. 1, only 1 count. I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck was Thorn doing. He just comes flying in from off screen. And now Carpathia tried to go for something in, but what the fuck? Kane tried to hit Carpathia with a black hole slam, but Thorn broke it up, knocking down Kane. Carpathia got tagging the Thorn. Now Thorn's back and nailing a neck breaker to Kane there. And the repeated elbows to the shoulders of Kane there by Thorn. And now Thorn with an armbar on Kane and just punches him down. Whatever the hell that was. And now Kane whipping Thorn into the corner. Clothesline to Thorn there. Whips in the other corner. Another clothesline to Thorn there. And the sidewalk slam to Thorn by Kane. Kane grabbing Thorn by his throat. And now he's trying to choke out Thorn. Because I forgot when Kane was this version, he was like the mandible claw, I guess, for a while. And Thorn somehow manages to hold on, didn't pass out. And now Kane has Thorn. And Undertaker takes out Carpathia. And Kane with a choke slam to Thorn. Going for covers, Kane. 1, 2, and Carpathia breaks up the pin attempt there. And now Kane with headlock on Thorn. Whips him in the ropes. Tilt the world slam here. And now Kane going for a camel clutch on Thorn. And Carpathia breaks it up again. Another slam there by Kane to Thorn. It just ran right into there. Belly suplex by Thorn to Kane there. That hyped up Carpathia. Now Thorn tags in his partner, finally. And Kane barely getting Carpathia with that clothesline there. And now Kane is livid. Now he can finally go out, take it out, his issues out on the guy that's been breaking up his submissions and pin attempts. Belly back suplex, by the way. Oh god, now Carpathia. Springboard, which he nailed. Now Carpathia going for a submission attempt on Kane. And Undertaker breaks it up. I don't know what the heck Carpathia trying to go for that Undertaker, but Kane saved his brother there. Now Thorn's chasing after Undertaker on the outside. Well, I thought he was. Suplex by Carpathia at Kane there. Clothesline by Kane to Carpathia. Now Carpathia is back up. Kicked midsection to Kane. Whips him in the corner. Clothesline to Kane there in the corner. Hoists him up. Snake Eyes just taunting Undertaker because he's using the same comeback as Undertaker. Big boot, by the way. And the leg drop by Carpathia to Kane. And now Carpathia going for a submission on Kane. And Undertaker broke it up, and Thorn with a headlock on Undertaker. And now Thorn going for the reverse cross on Undertaker, and Carpathia nails a powerbomb to Kane, and Kane just kicks him off. DDT by Kane to Carpathia. Leg drop by Kane to Carpathia as well. Now Kane grabbing Carpathia by his throat. Another backbreaker by Kane to Carpathia there. Gunbook covers Kane. 1, 2, and Thorn breaks it up. There's more punches by Kane there, but him and Carpathia both just blocked the punch there into an armbar. And Kane hoists him up and just slams him down on his knee. Another leg drop by Kane to Carpathia there. And now Kane with a sidewalk slam to Carpathia there again. Gunbook covers Kane. 1, 2, and Thorn breaks it up again. And now kicked midsection by Kane to Carpathia. Now trying to choke him out again. And Thorn breaks up the submission. And Undertaker took a sweet ass time trying to prevent that from happening. Now Carpathia with punches to Kane, and Kane blocks the kick there. And now Kane going for a tombstone pile driver. And he nails it. And now Kane going for a cover on Carpathia. Undertaker jumping close to Thorn. And Kane and Undertaker get the win over the Nobodies. Off the tombstone pile driver from Kane. And once again, the nobodies are 0-2 against WWE tag teams. They just cannot catch a break with these WWE guys. But this was one hell of a tag team match, that's for sure. And the next match is one of the multitude of impromptu matches that just added to the card just recently. There'll be another tag team match since we're on the topic of tag teams, where Sephiroth and Optimus Prime are teaming up again for the first time in years against Venom and Carnage. The reason why that's happening is because I know that Carnage and Venom are on TAW, and so Sephiroth and he's challenging Liu Kang for the world title, and I wanted to have a reunion of Sephiroth Prime against a team from TAW, even if it's versions of them that I created, but either way. Congrats on the win, Undertaker and Kane. Hope you're enjoying retirement in real life. And this next match is a tables match because of management apparently wanted to have a tables match between these two teams, where Sephiroth and Optimus Prime are teaming together for the first time in years to take on Venom and Carnage, who is a team that competes on TAW, making on and off at times. And like I said, this is the first time Sephiroth and Optimus Prime have teamed together in years, since they used to be a team of the Mag Nation. And Sephiroth, I cannot wait to see beat Liu Kang for the TAW World title in the future. And Sephiroth is a former New Gen World Champion, for the record, Josh, since I know you're probably going to be seeing this. Sephiroth ended up losing the New Gen title to Marilyn Manson, oddly enough. And we haven't seen Sephiroth in a while. I know he's been wanting to have his rematch with Manson, just haven't had a chance to, go about doing that yet. Right now, Sephiroth is teaming up with his own friend and tag team partner Optimus Prime in this match. Because this is special for this show, because this is a special show, because it's for your birthday, Josh. And everybody on my roster is wanting to celebrate your birthday. And especially because of the fact that like freaking half my guys that I have on any of my shows are literally freaking also in TAW. And in a few cases CIW. Either way. Sephiroth is making his long way and slow way down to the ring. I just know for a fact that my Sephiroth, he might not be the same one as yours, but he told me that he's really looking forward to seeing your Sephiroth beat Liu Kang in TAW, Josh. He literally told me that before the show. And I'm confident that will probably happen. And also, don't ask why he has the hat. I forgot to change his entrance when it comes to that. And here comes Optimus Prime. Well, at least my best attempt at making him a while back. And Optimus is a former hardcore champion. Actually, he's not actually former. He's still the current hardcore champion because I forgot he defended the title last New Gen episode. I forgot about that. But yeah, this is probably your first time seeing this, Josh, but this is my Optimus Prime. I made as best I could in 2K14. And he's a current hardcore champion of New Gen. Optimus has been on a roll as of late, especially since he won the hardcore title. And he defended it successfully in the last match that he had. And when him and Sephiroth found out that they were going to be put together as a team again to be on the show, they were freaking giddy as heck, because they've been talking and being backstage at times. And I don't blame them, because freaking these two are a really great tag team back in the day in the Mag Nation. And it's nice to see them back together again. And if you hear a noise in the background, that's my AC, because it's kind of hot in my room right now, in my apartment. And here comes the symbiotes, who turned on Doomfist and Austin Hale a while back, because these two were a part of Talon, the group Doomfist formed when New Gen started. We're still in its early days. And these two were part of Talon for a while. But then they teamed up with Anti-Venom, and now they formed their own symbiote trio of a group. And they've been feuding with Talon for a while now. And Carnage was also a former hardcore champion, by the way. Venom really hasn't done anything. Like I said, Carnage has competed for the hardcore title in the past, and I believe he was hardcore champion one time. But this tables match is going to be interesting, that's for sure. And let's get this tables match underway between these two teams. And it is a tornado tag match, by the way. And Sephiroth whipping Carnage into a spine buster while Venom nails a suplex Optimus Prime there. And Optimus still squaring off with Venom, while Sephiroth is just kicking Carnage's arm and nails it with a shot to the arm there too. And Venom with a drop kick to the leg of Optimus there. And Sephiroth whipping Carnage in the corner, and Venom just ran right into Sephiroth there. And Carnage cutting Sephiroth off over trying to go for there. Venom with a headlock on Optimus. Shocked the midsection of Sephiroth there, by the way. And Optimus just slamming Venom's face into the ring. And now Carnage tried to go for something on Sephiroth, and he deflected the jumping clothesline. And now Carnage is going to the outside, while Optimus is whipping Venom into the corner. And Sephiroth preventing Carnage from picking up a table, while Optimus nailing a power slam there to Venom. And now Carnage, getting hit with a belly-to-back suplex by Sephiroth, and belly-to-belly suplex by Venom as Optimus Prime. Suplex by Carnage as Sephiroth. Sorry, there's a lot going on. And Optimus getting whipped in the corner. Clothesline to Optimus there by Venom. And Optimus just getting nailed with a discus clothesline by Venom there, while Sephiroth is just punching the hell out of Carnage against the barricade in the corner there. And a carnival tie between Venom and Optimus, while Sephiroth is setting up a table. And there's Carnage preventing him from setting up the table there. And Venom just punching Optimus down in the ring. And Venom just sitting on Optimus Prime's chest. And now Sephiroth with a DDT to Carnage on the outside, where Venom was just beating the shit out of Optimus. And now Venom has the table, and he just slides it back in the ring. No, Optimus picks up the table, and Venom immediately goes right back out to the ring and then back inside the ring. Sorry. And now everybody's fighting on the outside of the ring. Now Venom's getting chased by Sephiroth, the carnival tie between them. While Carnage with a German suplex Optimus Prime there. And Venom whipping Sephiroth in the corner post, slamming his face against the ring post, and tosses him back in the ring. And now Carnage whipping Optimus, trying to whip him back in the ring. Clothesline attempt by Venom, but he missed. And Sephiroth knocking Venom in the corner, now just repeatedly punching him in the face. And now Carnage and Optimus are back in the ring. And Carnage kicking the table out from Optimus' hands. Bulldog by Optimus to Carnage there. And now Optimus has the table again. And now Optimus is setting up the table. Venom is getting whipped in the corner. And Venom blacks Widow Sephiroth like over there into a suplex. Optimus with headlock on Carnage. And Optimus just hucking Carnage almost into the turnbuckle there. Leg drop by Optimus to Carnage too. And now Sephiroth with a suplex to Venom. And now back body drop to Carnage by Optimus Prime there. And now Optimus, which is a reverse DDT or reverse neckbreaker, the Venom there onto his knee, and Carnage just getting tossed almost into the table there by Sephiroth, who picks up the table now. Sephiroth with a headlock on Carnage. Into a suplex. Optimus has Venom up for a power bomb. Sephiroth Prime is acting like a well-oiled machine. Like I said, they haven't teamed up in years, for the record. And now Optimus picking up Venom, while Carnage is trying to set Carnage sets Sephiroth against the table, and Optimus nailing another body slam to Venom there. Carnage, you literally had a chance to win the match, dude. Why didn't you go for it, dude? I guess he wanted to go grab the other table that's outside the ring. And now Optimus setting Venom against the table, and now Optimus is grabbing the table, Carnage running the ring, and Sephiroth setting Venom on the table. And Sephiroth blocking the dropkick at the tendon. Venom climbed off the table, lucky for him. And no, that table got knocked down. And Sephiroth tried to go for something in, but Carnage reversed it into a DDT. And now Optimus setting a table in the corner. And now Venom with an electric chair, the Optimus Prime, and the electric chair drop there. Running splash by Venom, and DDT by Carnage of Sephiroth. Another DDT by Carnage of Sephiroth. An armbar by Venom. And Optimus reverses it into a shoulder tackle. And Sephiroth with a DDT of his own to Carnage. And Optimus has Venom up for another body slam. And now Sephiroth setting Carnage against the table. Now sets him on the table. A shot to Carnage there in the midsection. Another shot to Carnage there. And Venom got put to the table by Optimus Prime. They were set up in the corner, and Sephiroth and Optimus Prime wins the tables match. For their first match teaming together for the first time in years, Sephiroth Prime is definitely still got it as a tag team. I was half expecting Sephiroth to put Carnage to the table, like how Kratos put Skeeter to the table at one time in the Mag Nation, but either way. These two winning this big match. And now the next match will be Tien taking on Elmo. And Elmo is usually a member of the LWW Rumble roster, but I asked him to show up here for the show to take on Tien. And he said yes. So that match is going to be interesting to see. And this next contest is Tien, the former Atomweight champion in the Mag Nation back in the day, taking on Elmo. And I am aware, Josh, when you see this, the Tien's missing the thing in the middle of his eye. It's a pain in the ass for me to make some of these characters. When I have a free second, I will try to freaking make him actually look proper. Because I have a pretty good idea how to make freaking Tien's face actually look how it does in Dragon Ball Z. I just haven't had a chance to make him, actually do it yet. But either way, like I said, this is my best attempt at making Tien. And I think I did a pretty good job, for the most part. Just have to, fix his face. And he's taking on Elmo in this match. It could be an interesting matchup to see. And this is Elmo's first match he's had ever in New Gen. And I'm pretty sure he had a match in Rumble before, but I can't remember exactly. And Elmo is a former internet champion of TAW, and a former tag team champion of Cookie Monster. I believe he was like in a team with Krillin at one point, if I remember correctly. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong in the comments in the chat, Josh. But it'd be interesting to see how Elmo fares against another Dragon Ball Z character, because Tien is one of a lot of Dragon Ball Z characters that I have in my show. And this match is going to be interesting, that's for sure. And let's get this one-on-one match underway between these two. And Tien immediately was spinning heel kick to Elmo. And Tien with another kick to Elmo, knocking him in the ropes. There's a weird arm submission on the ropes there. Springboard by Tien, and he missed. Good job. Elmo stomping away and barely hitting him with that elbow there. Now, collar elbow tie between the two. Sean's going to be happy about that. Another collar elbow tap between Tien and Elmo. Elmo with a headlock on Tien. Into a suplex. And now Elmo with a leg drop for Tien. Elmo's on the offensive after Tien had that rapid flurry there at the beginning. And Elmo with a heel kick of his own, or whatever the hell that was. Picking up Tien. Just more punches the Tien there by Elmo. And a go behind. And Elmo with a suplex into a stunner. The Tien there. Now drags him from the ropes. Going for a cover is Elmo. 1, 2, and Elmo gets the win off the freaking suplex into a cutter. What the frick? I was not expecting that. But Elmo picking up the quick win over Tien there out of nowhere. I was not expecting that. Elmo sending a statement. Speaking there. Especially considering the fact that outside of winning the tag titles, I don't remember the last time Elmo really ever won anything. Besides the internet title like years ago in TAW. But Elmo making a statement for that win over Tien. The next match is a triple threat women's match because, wanted to have more women's on the show. Where Tifa, the current TAW women's champion in TAW, like I mentioned, takes on Android 18 and Harley Quinn in a triple threat match. Guys, I've made a point before. I have Tifa, Harley, and Android 18 of my own on my show, just like in TAW. And this is a triple threat match where the current TAW Women's Champion Tifa, who just come off a loss against the current Women's Tag Team Champions, which was Applejack and Pinkie Pie on this show, when she teamed up with Aerith Gainsborough, her tag team partner in the team Final Fantasy, is taking on Harley Quinn and Android 18. Both of which I believe, have challenged for the Women's Championship in this company. And I know Harley's a former UCT Women's Champion over in TAW, I believe. And Android 18 is a former TAW Women's Champion, back when it was called the Femme Fatale Division, before they changed it, I believe. Josh, feel free to correct me in the comments what the name of your belts are called. And here comes Android 18 making her way out the ring. 18 almost won the Women's Tournament of the Glory, I believe, this year. Well, she got pretty close, I think. I might have to check to make sure. 18, like I said, is a former Women's Champion in TAW. And she's probably one of my personal favorite characters from Dragon Ball Z. And not for reasons that you would assume. Also, this is going to definitely be an interesting match to watch because these three, like I said, all three of them have either been a champion in TAW or are a champion in the current case of freaking Tifa. And they've been trying to win gold in this company since the beginning. At least Harley has. Tifa has too, but she got screwed over in the incident with Zarina last year. Earlier this year, but And now Harley's about to be making her way out of the ring. Harley has been teaming with Poison Ivy and Black Canary lately, and her and Ivy have failed on multiple occasions to try and win the women's tag titles from the Rainbooms. While Black Canary, their partner in the Birds of Prey, has been women's internet champion this is the very beginning, since that belt was introduced. Oh no, Zarina King is probably looking forward to getting a rematch with Black Canary at Super Show 4. She's gonna wait to get a payback for the last time they faced each other, that's for sure. I know that for a fact because she told me. Meanwhile, I wouldn't be surprised if Harley would, she wins this match, she would use it as momentum to get a shot over title herself. Let's get this triple threat match underway, and immediately Android 18 literally just gets crumpled. Arm dragged by Tifa there to Harley Quinn. Now, Harley and Android 18 double teaming Tifa, and a high and low there by freaking Tifa there by Harley Quinn and Android 18. Now Tifa whipping Android 18 into the corner. Now Tifa tried to give something up, but Android 18 reversed it into a kick to the back leg, and Tifa dodging the dropkick attempt and missing the front flip move that there. And Harley Quinn also missing an elbow, and Tifa nailing Enziguri to Android 18. And a stomp to the arm of Android 18 by Harley, and an elbow drop that time. Now Tifa, just with kicks and a punch, Android 18 knocked to the ropes, and now she's going after Harley. arm drag there by Tifa, and a leg drop to the arm of Harley there by Tifa. And a kick to the back of Harley Quinn there by Tifa. And Tifa picking up Harley Quinn. Another kick to Harley's midsection. And now Harley and Android 18 double teaming Tifa. A DDT to Tifa there. Standing shooting star press there by Harley. And another one. And Harley Quinn picking up Tifa. Now Android 18 and Harley Quinn double teaming Tifa. And a high and low to Tifa again. And now Harley Quinn with a curb stop to Tifa there. And Android 18 trying to steal the cover and one. And Harley Quinn breaks it up. And now Harley Quinn trying to go for the Joker driver. The boyfriend's freaking signature move. And now Harley Quinn, I don't know why he didn't go for the pin there off that. And now she's dragging it to the middle of the ring for reasons, I guess. And Tifa picking up Android 18. And now 18 just whipping Tifa into the corner. And Android 18 with a hurricane run of the Tifa there. And now Android 18 go for a cover. One, and Harley Quinn breaks it up. 18 stunner to Tifa there. 18 dragging Tifa. Well, she tried to drag it to the middle of the ring, but Harley Quinn stopped it and kicked it to the back of Tifa again by 18. And a code breaker to Tifa there by Android 18. And Harley Quinn dragging Tifa close to the middle of the ring. Now go for cover, and Android 18 breaks up the pin attempt. And Harley Quinn with a flurry of punches there. Tifa's just getting hit with finishers left and right, and a Russian leg sweep by both of them. The Tifa there. Tifa woofed the kick there. Now Harley Quinn with a headlock on Tifa. And now 18 and Harley Quinn with another DDT to Tifa. They just ran right into each other there. And now Harley Quinn dragging Tifa away from the ropes. 18 trying to go for a cover. One. Not even one count because Harley Quinn broke it up again. And Harley Quinn breaking up whatever. Android 18 trying to go for there. And a kick to the midsection of both of them. And a knee to the midsection of Tifa by Harley Quinn. And Tifa with a hurricane run to Harley Quinn there. And 18 with a DDT to Tifa. Go for coverage 18. 1, 2, and Harley Quinn breaks it up again. And now Harley trying to go for another Joker driver, this time on Android 18. And she nails it. Going for cover this time. 1, and Tifa breaks it up. The only one who hasn't hit a finisher yet is Tifa. She hasn't hit the final heaven on either of these two. And 18 just chopping Harley Quinn's chest while Tifa held her there. Now a suplex by Tifa to Harley Quinn while 18 is just watching. Now Tifa trying to give a cover on Harley. 1, not even a 1 count. And now 18 whipping Tifa into the corner. Harley Quinn is just watching. And now 18 trying to go for a camel clutch on Tifa, and Harley Quinn breaks up that submission attempt. You know, 18 whipping Tifa to a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. And now 18 with another 18 stunner! Defeating Tifa there. And now Android 18 going for cover, and Harley Quinn breaks it up again. And now Harley trying to go for another Joker drive on 18. And she nails it into the pin attempt. 1, and Tifa breaks it up with a front flip kick. And now Harley Quinn with a chin breaker to Tifa there. Going for cover. 1, and 18 breaks it up and accidentally hit the ref. And now Harley Quinn just with punches and Tifa missing that one. Now calling out a tie-up between these two. Sean McCarty's going to be happy somewhere. Go behind by Tifa. Now 18 and Tifa ganging up on Harley. DDT to Harley Quinn by both of them there. Oh god, now Tifa springboard, which she missed somewhat. 18 is setting up for possibly another 18 stunner. And 18 with another code breaker. There, Harley Quinn. Double covers 18. 1, 2, and 18 gets the pin on Harley. This match was like finisher spamming left and right. And it was just insanity. 18 picks up the win after nailing a variation of the freaking unbound that Bojack likes to use. At 18 uses at times. Just crazy. The fact that 18 managed to pull off a win over two people that are former champions and our current champions in TAW. Crazy. And I know 18's a former champion as well, if I remember correctly, in TAW. But feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, Josh. Anyway, next match is a tag team match where Sonya and Cammy take on Dawn and Misty. I'm expecting someone to get soup Sheldon Benjamin. That's all I'm going to say. And this is a tag team women's match between Sonya and the current #1 contender for the women's championship, currently held by Zelda, Cammy, taking on Misty and Dawn. We haven't seen Dawn in a minute. Ever since she got injured during her last match with Zelda months ago. Because Dawn originally was the first women's champion since the Queen of the New Gen and Queen of LWW titles were combined in a single championship, the Undisputed Women's Championship, which, like I said, is currently held by Zelda. Dawn was the original champion after she beat Sonya, and then when she lost to Zelda in the match she was defending it in against Zelda and got injured, and then Dawn's been out of action for a while. Now she's back. And she's in this tag team match with her old friend Misty. It's the Jigglypuffs. And these two are former DD champions in Mag Nation. Because who could ever forget that freaking epic moment when Dawn Sheldon Benjamin freaking Hermione all those years ago. Still probably one of my favorite moments in the Mag Nation back in the day. I know when Dawn and Misty are former TAW women's tag champions, I believe. Either UCT or main roster ones. Josh, feel free to correct me in the comments, because, you know, my memory's not as good as it used to be when it comes to shit. But this tag match is going to be interesting, because it's a tornado tag match. And let's get this tornado tag match underway, and immediately Misty is already nailing Sonya with a Hurricane Rana. And Cammy whipping Dawn in the corner. Face buster to Sonya there by Misty, and Dawn getting whipped in the corner by Cammy again. Running shoulder tackle by Cammy. Lifting knees to the head of Sonya there by Misty, while Cammy's just grinding her knee against Dawn's face. And now Misty with an elbow to the face of Sonya. Sonya was the last Queen of Wolves champion, which was the original main roster women's championship until it was combined into the Undisputed Women's Championship that, like I said, is currently held by Zelda. Crucifix there by Dawn and Cammy. A drop kick by Dawn and Cammy, and Misty with a freaking kick there to Sonya. Bulldog by Misty to Sonya. Chop block by Dawn to Cammy. Sonya and Cammy have not been off to a great start so far in this match. Whatever the hell that was by freaking Cammy there. Knee to the back of Sonya by Misty. Just slams her knee down against the ring while Dawn is whipping Cammy into the ropes. And Cammy reverses whatever Dawn trying to go over there with a DDT. And Misty just with kicks galore to Sonya's thighs. Another roundhouse kick there. What is she, Chuck Norris? Clothesline by Sonya and Misty. That's one thing that freaking... I'm surprised the Mag Nation didn't do suplex, by the way, by Dawn and Cammy. And I'm not really all that surprised that freaking you haven't done it yet, Josh, and Sean hasn't done it, and I ain't doing it. I'm surprised nobody's tried to have like Chuck Norris on this show. Springboard by Dawn, by the way. But like freaking they have to have Chuck Norris on it because he would never be able to lose because, you know, unless it's like against Bruce Lee. Which, by the way, fuck the Shaolin Combat Club. And a carnival tie by Dawn and Cammy there. Chinbreaker to Sonya there by Misty. And a Sonya tripping up Misty there. Armbar by Cammy on Dawn. And Cammy just punching Dawn down there. And Sonya shoving Misty away there. And Misty with a headlock on Sonya. Russian lick flip. Dawn blocking a kick there. Dragon screw to Cammy. And Sonya going for an armbar submission on Misty. And now Misty is in a submission while Dawn is still beating up Cammy. And thankfully Misty didn't tap out. Atomic drop there by Dawn to Sonya. Clothesline by Sonya to Dawn there. While Misty's now going at it with Cammy. Knee to the back of Cammy there while Sonya's just punching the hell out of Dawn. And now just more punches ahead of Dawn there while Misty's just knocking down Cammy. Kick to the leg of Cammy there by Misty. Dawn kicking Sonya off here. Now Sonya in the headlock by Dawn slips out of it. And Cammy blocking the kick there from Misty. And trips her up there. And now it's Cammy going for a single leg Boston Crab on Cammy, and Dawn breaks up that submission. And Dawn blocks that punch from Sonya. Chop block to Sonya there by Dawn, and Misty whipping Cammy out to the outside. Elbow drop to chest of Sonya, and a suplex to Cammy there by Misty. And Sonya punching Dawn off of her. Knee to the back of Cammy there while Dawn nails a neck breaker to Sonya. And now Sonya with a headlock on Dawn while Cammy is dragging Misty in the middle of the ring for reasons, I guess. And now Cammy with a headlock on Misty again. And Dawn with a DDT to Sonya. And now kip up by Sonya while Cammy has Misty still in a headlock. Flips over there. Punch to the head of Sonya there by Dawn. Clothesline to Dawn, knocks her down. And another one. And now after ups, misses the kick there to Sonya, and dodges one with Dawn trying to go for there. And Dawn with a headlock on Sonya, while Cammy nails a suplex into a pin on Misty. Oh, not even one count. And Sonya dragging, Dawn dragging Sonya to the ring, and now going for a freaking sharpshooter. Well, Misty's nailing an insecurity Cammy, and now just missing constantly kicks there. And now Misty's just still beating the crap out of Cammy there. Hurricane Rana, while Sonya manages to get out of the submission attempt. And now Sonya with another clothesline knocking down Dawn. And another one. Actually nails a kick there. And Misty nailing that front flip kick, breaking up that pin attempt. And now Sonya trying to make Misty tap out with his armbar submission again, but Dawn breaks it up. Cammy's just laying dead in the ring there. And now Sonya trying to go for another armbar submission. While Dawn, with a suplex to Cammy into a bridge, go for cover, and only one count. And now Dawn, and Misty getting hit with drop toe holds there by both Cammy and Sonya. Shot to the back of Misty there by Sonya, and an angle slam by Cammy to Dawn, and a torture rack by Sonya to Misty. And Dawn with a kip up. And she saves her partner there. Now calling up a tie between Dawn and Cammy. Now Cammy trying to go for submission on Dawn again. And just gets a rope break because her feet was by the ropes. And Sonya nailed a suplex to Cammy there. Misty. And just nails her with a clothesline. Forearm in the face of Cammy there by Dawn. An atomic drop there by Cammy to Dawn as well. And a body slam. Oh god, now Dawn springboard! Which she missed. Good job, Dawn. And now Sonya just punching the hell out of freaking Misty. Clothesline by Cammy knocking down Dawn. And another one. And Sonya with a springboard, which she missed. And Cammy missing the kick there. And Dawn missing the forearm. And Misty moonsault nailing Cammy somehow. And now Dawn trying to go for something there. Sonya nails with a backbreaker. Misty gets a 2 count off the freaking moonsault to Cammy. And now Dawn, super kick to Sonya. And Misty nailing an arm drag and freaking Cammy there. Now drags it to the middle of the ring. Dawn, will you hurry up and pin her already? Fuck. And now Misty going for a pin. Since Dawn is a pin, he can't be bothered. 2 and a 2 count to Cammy there. Oh god. And Dawn with a springboard, which she missed. Good job, Dawn. Powerbomb to Misty there by Cammy. And now Sonya's back up because Dawn was being a Nimrod or something, I don't know. And a headlock by Sonya to Dawn. Into a suplex while Misty's nailing a suplex to Cammy. Oh god, now Misty going to the top turnbuckle again. And Cammy cuts her off. Oh god, Dawn's in a submission by Sonya. And Cammy nailing a superplex to Misty from the top turnbuckle while Dawn tapped out to Sonya's submission. And Sonya Blade and Cammy getting the win over former tag team champions. This match was a clusterfuck. And probably one of the best ways. went from 0 to 100 really freaking quick. And Dawn freaking cost her team the match, that's for sure. She should have gone for the pin after that super kick, but for whatever reason she didn't. But Cammy and Sonya scoring a big win in this tornado tag match. And the main event, which is the next match and the last match of the show, is Marilyn Manson defending the LWW New Gen Championship against Sweet Tooth. Lord have mercy on the wrestling ring. And also, I'm not going to be doing commentary for that match because freaking fourth wall break, I recorded it in 2K25. So you won't have to worry about hearing my commentary for that match. Just hope that you enjoyed the specials so far, Josh. And I hope you enjoyed the main event because it's going to be dope.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Universal Undisputed NXT Championship.
Here we go, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, as a reminder, the championship is on the line here tonight.
And in looking at the opposition, I can say that the champion will have quite the hill to climb in this one.
We are about to see something good.
As we get started here, let me remind everybody that the title is on the line here tonight.
Yeah, but that's just a mere formality. The way I see it, there is no way we crown a new champion tonight.
Social media buzzing as it always does when this competitor defends his title. This is going to be good.
Introducing the challenger from every man's nightmare, weighing in at 292 pounds, the deranged clown. And his opponent from Cincinnati, Ohio, weighing in at 228 pounds, the Universal Undisputed NXT Champion, Marilyn Manson.
Undoubtedly the top title in this company. Championship action underway. The champ looks as hungry and prepared here as ever.
Yeah, they have absolutely no desire to even entertain the possibility of walking out of here tonight without their title.
Oh, this is just too far. Get some control in there.
Oh, look at this aggression, just pure brutality.
Come on, easy. And a stomp to the gut, too. Oh, no, trapping the arm. Vicious stomps to the hand. No respect being shown whatsoever with those stomps.
Setting it up. Boom! Leg drop.
He turns it around. Getting set up for something in the corner.
And a couple back elbows to follow. Shot to the back of the neck.
The challenger's looking shaken.
He had to be prepared to take some damage tonight.
A face buster knee smash.
That looks painful.
Ooh, a well-placed knee drop to the skull.
Just mounted with punches and not, oh, a nasty stomp to finish it off. Oh, look at this aggression, just pure brutality.
Come on, easy. I see how it is. Going to take any shortcut to bypass a clean competition.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with a shortcut, Saxton.
Headbutt to the back of the neck.
Going right after the neck. Neck breaker.
He needs to fight his way back into the ring.
The count just keeps going up.
Thrown out of ringside and back to the mat.
Setting it up. Thunderous clothesline. Drops the hammer.
Here's the pin. Title on the line. Defiant kick out from the champion.
He thought he had it.
And this might not have a pleasant ending.
Oh, man, right to the esophagus. Working the midsection there. Military press.
Ooh. His offense is on point right now.
Just an onrush of offense here.
He's outside the ring now.
Hope he's got a plan.
Cranked around into a neck breaker.
Great strength being shown here.
Uh-oh, this is going to be ugly, guys. Look out!
He's getting fired up now, really feeding off this crowd. And a stomp to the gut, too.
And he gets sent back into the ring. Able to reverse that one.
Oh, not to the belly.
Drops the leg.
Leg drop.
Some hard offense landing on the champ.
They've definitely taken their lumps at this point. Their opponent is not messing around.
Mandible claws in and going deeper.
There's two. Oh, close call makes the champ nervous.
How in the world did he kick out?
Back elbow completely cuts them off.
Uh-oh, wait a minute.
Pedigree! But champions need to finish the job.
Two. What, only two?
That's how much winning this title means. To give everything you've got. I don't know how much. Perched up top.
A diving knee drop.
Look at him totally vibing with the WWE Universe right now.
Oh, a nasty stomp to finish it off. He saw it coming.
Down to opponent and a double axe handle smash.
The challenger's hopes are slipping away.
This is getting hard to watch, Scott.
With the championship on the line. No, he gets the shoulder up.
Getting that shoulder up now is huge.
He's lining him up.
Oh, caught him.
Uh-oh, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Another one bites the dust to the champ.
The cover. Retains the title.
Here is your winner, and still the Universal Undisputed NXT Champion, Marilyn Madison.
There he is, the champion, standing tall after this defense.
A pretty impressive defense. Challengers might think twice before coming at him now.